What is up? My name is PandaMaster, and welcome to my spoiler-free review of DelGaudio's In and of Itself. So, this is an experience. It's difficult to describe this film, which is a culmination of over 500 live performances that DelGaudio, an interdisciplinary artist, primarily known as a writer, performer, and magician, gave in New York. And it's a little bit of it's basically a mix of a magic show with, say, like a TED Talk almost, and then just this sort of like motivational speaking that is just, it's absolutely captivating, right? And the thing to describe it in terms of plot, in terms of what to expect going in, this is about identity. And, you know, there are other things that it covers, but if you had to nail it down to just tell someone something about this show, it has to do with identity. It has to do with your conceptions of yourself, what people perceive about you, and what you perceive about others, and just the entire concept of identity. And yeah, it's insane. It's directed by Frank Oz, who also directed the theater show itself, in and of itself. Haha, get it? But it's now on Hulu, and I cannot recommend this enough. This was one of the most spectacular experiences I've ever, like, it's so unique in the sense, like, I have difficulties calling this a film, because I mean that's what it is. At the end of the day, it's a film. But, you know, again, like, this performance is, like I said, it's unlike anything I've ever seen before. There's a whole lot of complexity to it. For one, I mean, I don't say this lightly. I think DelGaudio is a visionary, and I am interested to find out more about his work and, you know, see more of him, because I think there is hopefully more to this person than in and of itself, because it was, frankly, it was amazing, and I would love to see more of it. I would love to go to one of these, you know, after COVID, you know, if he does anything more of this nature, because it's nuts the way he incorporates both the audience and, you know, the people watching. Like, even at home, I felt like I was participating in a sense, you know, obviously not as much as someone who might have actually been there, but, you know, I still think there's much to gain just from watching the performance. But it's just, some of the stuff that he performs really is pure magic. And, like, this isn't something, like, because I didn't know what I was watching going into it, right? I didn't know, like, okay, is this just a magic show, you know? But it's not. And, you know, he does some illusion stuff, and there are some things where you're like, oh my gosh, how does he do that? Like, whoa, like, card tricks, blah, blah, blah. Like, but it's about more than that. It's things where it's just like, I have no idea how this person is able to do these things. Like, this is stuff done by God, or like it's just mind-blowing, like, some of the things that he can pull off. But it's not all that. He goes deep into the soul. He opens his heart up. He tells these stories of his childhood and his life and just all the things he's experienced, and it's just, it's beautiful. Like, I have never seen something that has given such a story in the way that DelGaudio gives it in my entire life. Like, I haven't seen too many things like this just in general, in terms of, like, you know, a performance, a live performance. You know, I haven't seen too many. You know, I'm a young person, right? And especially in this online world, Even before COVID, just with how technology is going, there aren't as many live performances as there used to be. And, I come from a small city, or not a small city, a small town. But, so, I haven't seen too much of this, but to see this to see this, live performance that's now archived, it's just, like I said, it's absolutely phenomenal. And I cannot recommend this enough. I think everybody should watch this. I don't necessarily think this is going to blow up or anything like that, but I hope it does. I think that everybody should see this because it's just, it's nuts. It is absolutely nuts. He actually has a book coming out, Amoral Man, A True Story and Other Lies, that is coming in March. And I hope I want to pick it up because I just want to consume anything related to this man. Because, again, I believe him to be a visionary, and I would love to hear more about, like, I know it's like, a magician never reveals his secrets and that sort of thing with, like, sleight of hands and more theatrical preoccupations and different things like that. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to know how he does the things that he does. I don't want the magic spoiled or anything like that, but just there are some things that I'm just like, he can't be a complete fraud, because there's some things where it's like, okay, the only way for him to do this, for this to be actually done, would be if the entire audience were paid, if the entire audience were, hired. And, like, that's just not possible. So, this man, like, either he has people, like, he's a complete fraud, right? Or this man has some sort of gift. And I don't know. Like, I don't want to say this dude has magic. Like, I don't want to be that sort of, like, cuckoo dude or whatever. But it's just, I can't explain the things that he does in this. And I know I'm being very vague, and the reason why is because I don't want to spoil anything, because you guys should watch this, because it is absolutely phenomenal. And I know I've said that like 15 times already, but I cannot stress it enough. DelGaudio's in and of itself. It is on Hulu. It is completely free with your subscription, no add-ons or anything. Please, go watch it. I mean, I don't want to go to the lengths of saying it will change your life, but it will certainly make an impact on, at the very least, your day. Like, this is something you're going to be thinking about for the rest of the day. This is something you might think about for the rest of the week, or even longer. Like, this is going to stick with you. And I think it's something, as we are in this crazy time, as we can't go out and we can't do so many things we were allowed to do before, or were less impossible, as we are more reflective and we're taking this time and we're thinking about ourselves and we're being so introspective. I think this lesson in identity, this experience, is all the more important right now. And so, yeah, I don't think there's too much more to say about it. I'm glad this exists. I didn't know I needed this, but I kind of want to rewatch it. I've only seen it the one time, but I feel like this is something I could continue to watch over and over and really pour through, and just not necessarily to try and figure out why how he did things, right? But just to continue to ponder all of the things that he says, and to just, yeah, it's a great time, and I would love to experience it again, and I hope that all of you watching experience it, because it is something worth experiencing. And, well, here, I have to show it to Delilah, Pedro, and Smorf. They haven't seen it. I watched it out in my living room, so they haven't seen. So I do need to show it to them, so that is an excuse for me to watch it again. But, yeah, I'll have to make the time, because that's, this is one of the best films I've seen in quite a long time. And it's, like I said, it's different, it's unique, in all the good ways. So let me know what you guys thought of In and of Itself down in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys next time for whatever it is I'm doing. Alright, see ya.